Hi. I've never done this, never thought about theories about the Genshin or whatever, but the latest Arlecchino video had me going crazy, and I decided I had to make it. So, I believe that Arlecchino might be a bat, or at least she has god remains of a ancient bat being. So, when we saw sun burning in the embers, this motherfucker appeared. I believe this is Dottore. I mean, he has a coat, he has a stethoscope, and he looks different to all the bunnies. He's obviously a bat, and he also appears at night, because, you know, bats fly at night and whatever. And so, he, I think, signifies that Dottore worked with the House of Hearth and did experiments on the kids. And I believe one of those experiments was putting god remains into at least some of the kids, potentially all of the kids, who knows, just as he did to Kali. So, we see him at night, it flips to night when we see him. Then we see the doll of Arlecchino. Those ears remind me of a very particular being. Like, don't you think they look exactly the same? So, this led me to think that she is a bat, or at least her transformation is a bat, and if she has her curse activated, she fully becomes a bat. Then, I went to look at this. We have, what was it, like 3 fingers and a bit below, and her overall silhouette looks exactly like this, as a bat in flight. And I believe, I mean, like, come on, they look so freaking similar. And so, we have this, then, in the trailer, we hear this music. And it reminded me of a bat, either sonar, or the sonar that is inspired by the bat echolocation. This was heavily slowed down, but still, I think sonar sound is closer to this, so I think the inspiration was the bat and echolocation. Then, what led me to think even more about the God Remains tie-ins. We saw this moment.
Normally at first, as if she were
Arlecchino
giving you an ordinary training lesson.
At crazy speeds, at just incredible speeds. And we also have this motherfucker. He was the one that did experiments and put the god remains into Kali, and he also has a black fire in her, just as Kali did, and he moves at unbelievable speeds. From just a single panel, he jumps way behind her back. So I believe that is a slight connection. Then he also, black fire and everything, and in this trailer we saw that Arlecchino was using fire and her blood powers, even without any vision or anything like that. All of this looks like a blood fire, while he uses black fire. And Kali used Blackfire as well, but both of these gods, I believe, come from Sumeru. The Kali had a snake in her, inside of her, and he has this kind of beast. I am not sure what kind of beast it is, but still. Also, these beasts constantly say something to you in your head. Kali was going crazy from hearing the serpent, and this shows that spirit talks to others as well, even outside Barnabas. And we also know that Arlecchino is crazy and has some insanity, at least according to Wanderer. We also have this is one of the boss Arlecchino attacks, with the spirals and especially this kind of shape. And this is the syringe that injects people with God Remains. So I believe there is some resemblance, though this is definitely a big stretch. Then we also have the fact that Sino was the one who entrapped the God Remains in Kali. And who do we have? A second story quest and another dude in this patch who is very important. Cyno. So I believe that is not a coincidence. Then we also have this motherfucker, just to make sure that there is an even bigger connection to this being Dottore. He looks like he has a mask, or just his face is covered up, and he has these kind of teeth. He has the same teeth, he has the mask, and this is the version of the Dottore that worked with Barnabas to put God Remains into children. So I believe that is even stronger. Then Arlecchino boss has this kind of attack. This has 4 fingers and bats have 5 fingers, but I still think it's somewhat similar, although again also a fairly strong stretch. But the last thing that I was thinking is a bat god from the Netland region, or the ones who would inspire Netland region, and I came across Kamazots. He's a god, he's a death bat, and he's associated with night, death, and sacrifice. Obviously, death and sacrifice is written all over Arlecchino, because she kills everyone. She's all about blood and blood control and stuff, and night is obviously a thing related to bats, so she's also the Bale Moon girl and whatever, so like I think there's even more connection to bats than some people might think. And obviously in this animation we had night turn over for the bat. So I think there are really strong connections that Kamazots could have been one of the ancient gods in Netland, and his god remains got injected into Arlecchino, either to control her curse to some extent, because Kali had a curse on her and god remains supposedly helped her control it, or it is the reason for the curse, and Dottore put that curse into Arlecchino. I hope we learn that, if I am even close to being correct. And so I do believe that she is a bat, or at least has a bat in her. We'll see if I'm correct in a week. I will be streaming that. You can check this out on my channel if you want to. And I mean, I might be crazy, but if I'm crazy and I'm right, I'm gonna be genius, because those are way too close. See ya.